Hi, my name is Clarissa Stewart with Bryan Triangle Online, and I'm here to give you a glimpse into the activities around campus this weekend. Thursday morning, around 20 students, as well as a few faculty members who are part of the CLF Social Justice and the Gospel, headed to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for the Justice Conference, which takes place each year. Students will have a chance to learn about social justice issues including poverty, HIV/AIDS, human trafficking, and many more. They'll have a chance to listen to speakers from around the world as well as participate in some pre-conference workshops. Something students can be looking forward to, in late March, there will be a Mr. Bryan Pageant sponsored by SGA, and all the proceeds will go to the Bryan Rugby Club team. Here with me now is Junior Wes Garnett, a member of the rugby team. Wes, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks.
Can you tell us a little bit about how the idea for the Mr. Bryan Pageant came to be and how the rugby team got involved?
Sure. The rugby team always needs money. We don't have any funding, so we're always thinking of different ways to raise money. And so the idea originally came about as just a pageant for the rugby team, but then SGA got behind us and they said that they really wanted to make it a much more campus-wide event, so it became the Mr. Bryan Pageant.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the event without spoiling the surprises. I hear there's going to be an evening wear competition and possibly a talent competition.
You heard right. It's basically just going to be on a Friday night, and we're going to have a bunch of different guys. There's going to be 12 guys, and you're right. There's going to be a evening wear that's going to be the introductory thing. We'll all have our costumes, you could say, but then there's also going to be a dress-up event too, and then as well as maybe a little talent show. There's going to be a few guys on the rugby team, but then also guys from all over campus, so anyone can see their friends come out.
That sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
It is going to be fun.
Now, can you tell us, is there an admission to go to the pageant?
Yeah, there's going to be a $1 admission. Basically, just come drop your dollar off at the door, and then I think we'll have some donation jars as well.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Students interested in finding out more information about this event can check out the Facebook page, as well as there will be a couple of announcements coming up, so look for those. Thanks so much for joining us,
Thanks
Wes.
for having me.
This weekend is a big weekend for our athletes. Starting with our softball team, our ladies will host a doubleheader against the Lady Eagles of Asbury College on Friday, another doubleheader against the Lady Hornets of Hiawassee College on Saturday, and lastly, a doubleheader against the Lady Buffaloes of Milligan University on Monday. The baseball team will host a doubleheader both on Friday and on Saturday against the Taylor University Trojans. Starting Wednesday, the men's and women's basketball teams are participating in the AAC tournament in Kingsport, Tennessee at the Meadowview Marriott Convention Center. The women's team played against Reinhardt University this morning but lost 42-62. They beat Reinhardt here at Bryan only last week, winning 46-37, but were unable to pull off a win to continue in the tournament. This brings their 2012-2013 season to an end with their overall record at 17 wins, 12 losses. The men's team has yet to play, but will play Thursday evening at 9:15 p.m. against Union College. There are many clubs here on campus, but one students may be less familiar with is the Mixed Martial Arts Club. Here with me now is Senior Bryan Huff, who is the Vice President of the MMA Club. Thanks for joining us, Bryan.
You're very welcome.
Can you tell us a little bit about how the MMA Club came to be, whose idea it was, all of that?
Yeah, when TJ and I were freshmen, we were really missing our sport, I guess, the martial arts. And he did Kajukenbo, I did Taekwondo. It was a little different, but we decided to start a club based on martial arts.
That's really neat. So what kind of arts do you practice?
Currently we're featuring Aikido, which is a soft art, which means that it's focusing less on strikes, more on redirecting of movement, throwing, things like that.
So do you guys mostly teach each other, or have you had any instructors come in?
A new feature to this year, in fact. We have an instructor who joined us last semester, Mr. Fonseca, who teaches Aikido currently. Previously, we've had Dave Holcomb also teach karate, and a couple other styles. But
so how many students participate in the MMA Club on average?
On average, we get about 5 to 12 per week or so. It varies a lot, though. We meet at 5:30 on Monday and Thursday in Brock Hall.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for joining us. My name is Clarissa Stewart with Bryan Triangle Online.